PowerPoint 3 is about hyperlinks. Hyper is a term we're going to discuss more. It basically means anything with computers connecting to something, and link means the same. A hyperlink is words or text or objects that can hold a value that takes you somewhere. It's text that links to other sites or documents or websites. So what we're going to do is make a new PowerPoint called Nav Practice, save it in the PowerPoint folder, put Nav Practice in the title and your name as well. On a second slide, I want the title to be My Hyperlinks, and we're going to type these 3 hyperlinks. So I'm going to make a new PowerPoint. First thing you do when you make a new file is save it. I'm going to name it Nav Practice. Spell it right, and put it in my PowerPoints folder. Now it was the type, I want to type Nav Practice in the title slide. And I'm going to put my name in here. You, of course, should put your own name. Insert a new slide, and this slide is going to be called My Hyperlinks. And there's going to be a link for CPMA, a link for gradebook, and a link for my story.pptx. These first 2 are websites. The third one is not. It's a file. All of those can be hyperlinked. To do that, you're going to need a target and text that links to the target. So I already made a target, the CPMA word. Now I'm going to find the place for it to go. So I'm going to go to the CPMA website. There it is. And this is really, really important. Copy the address, select it, and copy it. Command C. Don't try typing it in. The tiniest mistake will make your hyperlink not work. And making that work is really important to get a good grade on this. Okay, so I copied it. Now I'm going to go to the word that's going to be the link, and I'm going to select this. I'm going to insert this hyperlink into what was selected. So I click Insert, Hyperlink. Shortcut is Command K. And it is a web page. It's on the right place. And I'm going to paste the address right up here. It says what it's displaying is CPMA, and what it's linking to is this. That's all you need for a simple web link. Now you notice it's changed color and it's underlined. Also in slideshow view, it will now become a link. When your cursor rolls over it, it turns to a hand and shows you what it is. When you click on it, it takes you there. Okay, we'll try one more. It's going to be gradebook. So I need to go to gradebook. I'll use this address because this is what I use. I'll select it, copy it, go back to PowerPoint. Come on, escape. There you go. Ooh. I'm going to select the word gradebook, insert the hyperlink, I use my shortcut there, and paste the address. Pretty straightforward. Why did I use a capital K? That doesn't make sense. Try that again. Select it. Go to hyperlinks. It's on web page. That's what you want. And V. Now the reason I'm pointing that out is that this next one is not a web page. It's an actual file on your computer, but it has an address and you can hyperlink to it. So this process goes a little different. Here you start with the text, you start with your hyperlink, say to hyperlink, but you want to choose a document. If it's on the document setting, then you can go to select and you're going to navigate to it. How fortunate is that? It already went to my documents, my PowerPoints, and there it is right there. All I have to do is select it and say open, and it writes the link right there. And say OK, and you're done. Now, why is this one a different color than the other two? Well, that's because this one's been followed. And by default, just like on a website, if you've gone to a link, it marks it so that you know you've already been there. You can't really control these colors right now. There is a setting, and I'll be showing you that later. Don't worry about that. Just make sure that these links work. If you're going to make a link, you should always test it. And that's what I put on mine. That worked. Gradebook, it's going to go to a browser. That's what I put on mine, so that's correct. Okay, these directions are in writing. Use it well, make this look any way you want, but most important, get these two slides both in here correctly, and make sure every link works correctly.